probably something that not many of us think about on a daily basis, but would you know how to defend yourself if someone attacked you on the street?
Scary situation. There's a self-defense class coming up that might interest some of you. Joe and Angel Walker are here today to tell us about it and show us some self-defense tactics. I love talking about this subject because you never know, and it's the scariest thing even thinking about. What do you have coming up?
We have a women's self-defense seminar coming up that we're actually going to be hosting at our school in Hudsonville, Michigan. It's a free seminar, something that we do for kind of like as a community service from our academy.
Okay, and it's coming up on Saturday, June 11th from 9 to 2. And I guess it's hard for me to believe that in just a few short hours you could prepare someone like me who has no experience with anything related to self-defense, that you could prepare me in that short window of time to defend myself if someone was trying to attack me.
The stuff we use is gross motor skills, so it's something that once your heart rate goes up and your brain kind of starts shutting down, you can do this. You can finger flick, you can kick, you can still do some of these things and not have to really think about it.
Okay, are there key points that you need to keep in mind? Is it going for areas on a person's body who's attacking you or putting you at risk that are vulnerable? Are there certain zones that we need to think about?
Sure. There's a big misconception out there that the groin, especially on a male attacker, is the most sensitive part of the body. It's actually a misconception because the eyes are more sensitive than the groin is. So a lot of what we do a lot of finger jabbing, a lot of flicking to the eyes.
Okay. Will you demonstrate a couple of these techniques that you're going to be going into greater depth on June 11th?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is the finger flick we talked about. Another technique that we can do is if the attacker has their hands up and toward the person, a lot of times the defender can trap and knock down the barriers so they can counterattack. It's a very simple technique but very effective.
What is the goal of the finger flick? What are you trying to do? Slow motion, maybe.
Sure. The finger flick, what you're actually doing is you're focusing on the orbital area. You don't have to actually necessarily hit the eyes. You're just focusing on the orbital area, and you're kind of using your fingers like a whip. You have 4 whips coming directly toward your eyes. A lot of times we'll tell people in class, take your one of your eyes, close your eyelid, and tap your eyelid softly, and then increase the pressure until it's somewhat intolerable.
Right.
And then from there, open up your palm, take your other hand loosely, and imagine what it's going to feel like when she actually hits me in the eyes.
You know, it really doesn't, when you think about it, it doesn't take a lot to really kind of jar it and get to your eyes. And we've all been accidentally hit in the eye, and your eyes just water, even if they're not directly hit like that. That's a really good spot to think about.
Yes.
For an attacker. Okay, you've got another move.
We do.
Move 2.
The next thing we want to show you is actually a training method that we use, and it comes from Filipino martial arts. This is called hubad lubad. And what hubad lubad translates to is tying and untying, and it's a form of Filipino trapping. And we use this to learn how to move out of motion and counter out of motion.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Nice.
So now,
I didn't know if I should yell no.
yeah, we would prefer that he was not crying before the end of the segment. That would be awesome. So, in the case that you would be attacked, do you think that by getting this training, someone would be able then to more easily react in the correct or appropriate way to at least give themselves a window to run away?
Yes, that's exactly it. When someone comes at you, whether their hands are high, low, they're striking at you, whatever. The drill that we just actually practice will help you learn to counter out of motion, and that's the whole concept. Different ranges, different quadrants. A lot of times we'll split the body up into 4 quadrants, and the same reaction for the left quadrant will be different for the right quadrant and so on. So.
Okay.
Okay, and how tall are you?
5'2".
And you?
6'2".
Okay, so it just goes to show that if you know what to do, and almost if it's an instinct and you act fast, you can really take down someone that might be bigger than you.
Oh, absolutely.
What ages are open? Would this be something that a teenage girl could attend?
Yes, 13 and up.
Definitely.
Okay, fantastic.
Definitely.
And you are doing donations also, right? Why don't you tell us about that?
We are actually asking for just whatever amount of money you can give to us, and we are going to donate it to a woman's charity
That's wonderful.
this Monday or Tuesday after.
Fantastic.
That
Well,
is
that's really
wonderful.
great. Well, thank you so much for coming here. I know that it's something that I definitely could benefit from. I've seen her in kickboxing class, and I tell her my self-defense strategy is make sure I have Rachel with me at all times.
I say if you practice the moves, they're instinct. once
Yes, they are.
come.
That's exactly it.
It's called
Training
muscle
is-
memory.
If you don't use it, you lose it. That's very true. So.
Well, thanks for coming in today and keeping us on our toes, right?
Keeping us safe. Yeah. Gotta watch out for her. We'll be right back. She is really tough.
Are you West?